What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Dissect That Film's Fresh Cuts, where we talk about the latest releases on the big screen or at home on your favorite streaming services. Today, we are talking about the Disney Plus exclusive, where it belongs. Hocus Pocus 2. 29 years in the making.
Negativity.
Starting off. Listen, they don't know if I didn't like it or not. I just,
bitter ass man.
Stir the pot. All right. No. 29 years in the making. And
Not
also
really.
we
That's
haven't
bullshit.
And also we haven't done a fresh cut together in like 2 months, maybe longer than that.
I know.
What's the last movie we covered together on Fresh
This Fresh Cut's 29 years in the making.
Thor?
Yes. Was it
Probably
Thor: Love and
Thor.
Thunder? Probably, yeah.
Oh, what a shitstorm. Okay, fair enough.
But we got more coming after this. We got a lot of fresh cuts coming. But today it's Hocus Pocus 2. Hooey. You know how fresh cuts goes. We're going to start off with non-spoilers. We're going to talk about our thoughts non-spoilers, and then once we run out of things to talk about non-spoiler wise, we're going to jump into spoilers. We're not going to do the plot. I know I said in the last fresh cut when I did Barbarian, I wasn't going to do a plot breakdown, and I ended up doing a plot breakdown. I'm not doing it tonight because my voice hurts, and these two have other things to do, and I don't know how much I want to talk about this movie, but we're going to talk about it. Hocus Pocus 2, we're going to start off with Angela because she's going to bring the positivity up. She's going to bring all the fluffiness. She's got the shirt on. She's got the mug.
I have my cauldrons in.
Hey, your back's going to be hurting after this shit for how much you have to carry this fucking podcast.
You are going to carry us.
You're going to be Atlas for this show, okay?
I loved it. Did I love the original better? Of course.
No.
Absolutely. I'll answer for you. Absolutely.
Yeah, there was a few things in here that I could have gone without with the whole the girl and her powers. But we'll
Whoa, spoilers.
We'll look past that. Oh, you see stuff.
It's true.
In the
It's supposed to be spoiler free. It's supposed to be.
Do you not see it in the trailer?
Hell, I don't know. I never watched the trailer. I only watched the movies you made.
Spoilers.
No, keep going spoiler free.
Here. You see her. You see it.
All right, it's in the trailers.
It's
not a spoiler.
You see certain things in the trailer. You get it. I loved what's his face. I got it. Oh shoot.
What's
his name? Yes, I love Sam Richardson.
He always plays such a goofball.
He was great.
He was good times.
I loved it. I love the fact that they brought Billy back, which you see him in the.
And I'll have some thoughts on that.
It's the same guy.
Oh, I know. No. It's not Doug Jones' fault. It's the script. But no, keep going.
I hated that they went into a Walgreens because fuck that place.
It's like PTSD for Angela. She's like, I have to see this every day.
I was marveling.
I see it every day. And it's like, oh, this is officially a horror movie.
How critical she was of those scenes was fucking gold.
I
was pointing it out. I'm like, why is there skincare right beside cough cold? I was like, they've got a hole. They don't have price tags on their stuff.
This is what I do with cars and
I know.
movies. It's okay. So now you know.
I was the opposite when I was watching Ghostbusters Afterlife and Paul Rudd was in a Walmart. And I was like, oh God, I hate it here. And then the dog started destroying shit, and I was like, it's what I've always wanted to do. I just wanted to destroy shit in there.
Yes.
I mean, you still could.
Their whole in stand was salt. I'm like, did they pull all the salt from their store and put it right there?
Well, they were just preparing for the backlash from the fans.
Yeah, it's Salem. You gotta have something like that,
But yeah, I still loved it. It just brought back memories, the flashbacks, the
memories.
I loved it. I can't help it. I loved it. Now shit on it, both of you.
You don't have to make an excuse. Just like it.
Now shit on it. That's just what you're gonna do.
All right, you ready for this? You want to finish drinking first? I want you to clean the monitor off, okay?
Oh, am I gonna laugh?
No, probably not.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, I personally, not being the biggest fan of the first one, I didn't think this movie was that bad. It was all right.
Okay. I think
It was
No,
too
keep
musical
going.
for me. It was
Oh,
too
yeah,
musical for me. I know that's kind of how the first one was, but this it's like more musically in this. And
I'm okay with songs. Sorry, I don't want to interrupt you, but I'm okay with having songs in it. But when you don't put original songs in it, that annoys me because that's just called laziness. Because one of the most popular songs from this is this really a franchise? Is the "I'll Put a Spell on You," which is an original song. That's not.
it's taken from a different song.
Is
Nope,
that somebody's song? Oh well, fuck
Yeah.
this franchise then.
Yep. They kept that.
originality.
Yeah, it's by what's that screaming whatever dude.
Yeah,
Spell on you.
I can't remember what his name.
I don't
Oh,
know
is
his
it
name,
really?
but the way he
Man.
does it is great.
Man, for years I thought
Screaming
it was
Jay Hawkins.
Yeah, Screaming Jay
I
Hawkins.
Yeah.
thought that song was original to Hocus Pocus for my entire life, and now my life is ruined.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought
you'll have to listen to it.
No.
It's a different
I refuse.
tempo and everything, and like they add stuff.
Yeah,
to
I
it,
like his version.
but I like his.
Well, now that
lot.
I know that, then I guess I can't gripe on the fact that they didn't use original songs in this one either.
How would they know that song? How would they know
How would they know any of the songs? I don't. Sorry.
Anyway, so I don't care. And I thought the beginning. I'm not gonna go into it. Like the beginning was like way too long.
The intro, yeah,
Oh.
it did not
Like
need to
that.
happen. The
Yeah.
entire
No,
thing
none of
did
that.
not need to happen at all. We didn't.
I
need to
know
see
it was trying to set up for whatever the payoff was at the end, which I won't say.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I mean, I don't know what anybody expected from me from this, but it's just okay. I know you liked it because you got to see the
three girls in the beginning, though, they did a really good job.
They did, yeah. Especially the girl
imitating
who played young Winifred. She did a really good job.
They did such a
channeling Bette Midler in that.
Yes, and definitely you get more of an impact if you've seen the original. So I don't recommend watching this one out of the blue because I have seen the original as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's fine. It's okay, I guess. It's not for me, but it's fine. Okay, I did enjoy it to some extent. I will say that instead of just saying it's fine, like I say for a lot of movies.
I heard you.
But they got Sam Richardson.
I heard you laughing a couple times.
And then Doug Jones. Yeah, because I get the reference though, because I've seen the first one. So like it's like if I hadn't, I'd be like, nothing.
You good?
That's all I got. Yeah, that's it.
All right, I just want to make sure. I don't want to jump in.
It's movie out of movie.
I won't be. I'm not gonna be too harsh. Listen, it wasn't the worst thing I've seen. All right, this is. I mean, it's a forgettable movie. It really is. It's a movie. I don't know. Like when it's like. That's why I hate sequels that take place so far into the future. Like that take such a long time, and nothing will ever be as good of a sequel as Top Gun Maverick. Like it's
that's at the more highest
goddamn pedestal. And not to say that like you're putting it in the same pantheon as that, but it's so forgettable. The music is just like when they first show up and they sing the song, I was like, what? Why? And the fact that the girl is like,
yeah, why did they
who
do
are they
that?
singing to right now? Sorry, guys, we're just saying spoilers shit. I don't care.
They're singing to them.
Were they though? They weren't even there. They didn't even know they were there yet.
They found them.
I mean, to be honest, I think the fun thing about it, like watching, is that Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathy Najimy were having a blast making this movie. They were having a blast being these characters again. Doug Jones being back was awesome, even though I don't think he needed to be in the movie, but it was good to see Billy Butcherson back. I was kind of like, as much as you don't want to be like every single time they make a sequel to like a really, popular movie such as the original Hocus Pocus, you're like, where's the cameos from the other act? Like, where were the other characters from the original? Like, I just wanted to see a glimpse. I didn't need them to be in the story, but I would have loved to see something from them, because I hope they don't I don't want another one. Please don't. Let me enjoy the original Hocus Pocus and forget this exists, and we'll move on.
Negative.
That is negative.
Tony Hale is hilarious. He is such
Yeah.
a waste in this movie as the
Who's
mayor.
Tony Hale? Oh.
Oh, he just wanted his caramel apple.
Listen,
So
I can
funny.
respect a man pining for a caramel apple as much as anybody else. I love caramel apples. I think they're a wonderful thing. I didn't care for him. Like I don't know what he's from though. Like I just thought his character was.
He was
annoying.
in is the show with Julia Louis-Dreyfus. She's from Seinfeld. Veep. He was in that show for a long time. He's done a lot of voiceover work. He was Sporky in Toy Story 4. He's funny. He's in Arrested Development, which is another funny show that he was hugely popular in. He's very funny in most of the things he's in, and here he's just a waste.
Fair enough.
It's funny that they kind of set him up as like they're gonna do something with him, and then he kind of just disappears, and they're like, "Well, what about her?" And they're like, "Sure, let's go." I think you could definitely tell it was not written by the original writer. So Mick Garris, who was the writer for the original Hocus Pocus, he did not come back to write this one. I guess he did work on a script for this movie, but it never came to fruition. David Kirchner, who was the executive producer on the first one, who was actually the one who started the Child's Play franchise as well, which is pretty funny.
Nice.
How the guy who started Hocus Pocus, the same guy who started Child's Play. He came back to be a producer on it. He actually wrote the story for the original Hocus Pocus as well with Mick Garris. And he wrote the story for this one with a couple other people, Blake Harris and Jen D'Angelo. It just seemed rushed. There was a lot of I get like the fact of like they're fish out of water. They're coming into all this new stuff. But we saw that in the last one, even though that one took place 30 years ago. It was still fish out of water. They're coming in 300 years after they died. And all these ways. It's like we saw this already. And I just think that's the problem with these sequels. It's like we're just seeing the same thing over and over again. And the ending of this movie is just bad. It's such a cop-out. Like nothing happens. I to be honest, when it was over, I was like, I don't know if I'll ever watch that again. Hocus Pocus every year. I will watch Hocus Pocus every year in this house. Maybe more than once because my kids are obsessed with it. But this movie is just so forgettable. It's forgettable. I'm glad everyone had a good time being in it. I'm glad people like it. I'm glad you like it, Angela. I'm not going to say just for me. I'm just disappointed. I just felt it didn't hit like the original. And I think it's the fact that it took 29 years to make.
It didn't. I mean, it hit differently than the original. I do agree with that.
Yeah, it's different tonally, for sure.
I do. Spoiler alert, the witch in the beginning is wearing the same looking dress as Danny. It's the same color scheme.
I didn't realize that. That's cool. Yeah, Hannah.
Like there's certain.
I recognized her. I'm wondering what the hell she's been in.
There's certain tie-ins that they brought in.
She's in Ted Lasso, which is it's a huge show right now over on Apple TV. She usually has really short hair, so I didn't recognize who she was. This movie is too long, too. Too long.
Yes.
Almost 2 hours long. Nope. No. Stop it. How long was the first Hocus Pocus? Let's look.
Hour and 37 minutes.
Oh my God. It was so this movie was 10 minutes longer. Did not need to happen.
You feel it.
They didn't need to go into Walgreens. I'm sorry.
No. And I think they should have shortened that scene at the beginning either. Too. I mean, I know why they did it. I don't know. I don't want to. Are we full spoilers now? Are we doing that yet?
Hey, everybody. Sorry, we've probably already spoiled some stuff, but we're gonna.
Parker already did that. So did I. So.
I'm sorry, everybody. Hope you all enjoy this, anyways. We're gonna hop into full-on spoilers. So if you haven't seen Hocus Pocus 2 on Disney Plus, go check it out. Hopefully, you'll have a better opinion of it than me. Hopefully, you'll be on Angela's side of the fence on this one because I want people to like this movie. I really do. It just wasn't for me. So let's go. Spoilers.
So,
go.
No, we didn't get to see a cat die.
But there was a black cat.
Yeah, there was no big cat.
Was it Binks?
No,
was the cats?
Might as well bring him the fuck back at this point.
Binks never talked. This one didn't talk, so it could have been Binks.
Did Billy Butcherson talk as much in the last one that he did in this one? He's full on having conversations. But even
his
after
mouth
that,
was.
I feel like he didn't talk
Mm-mm.
much.
Eh,
It was mostly grunting and stuff. Even after he cut his.
he got his voice back. He just needed some water.
Well, not about the stitches.
Oh, so his stitches.
They're different. They look different in this movie.
On his mouth, it looked like it spells out the word "kill."
It did. I noticed that.
Yeah.
In the original one, it's an
It's
X.
just
on
yeah,
the
it's just
far
yeah,
side.
yeah, it's a couple of them. Yeah.
I was like, that's kind of.
Is that a Kane Hodder reference?
Maybe.
He's got kill tattooed on the inside of his lip.
It's because Kane Hodder's a monster.
That's right. He should have played fucking Billy. Then he just killed
Jason.
everybody.
He's real life Jason Voorhees. All right.
He is
Oh, yeah.
real life Jason.
He's my
Voorhees.
Jason.
Yeah, he always is. Always. No, honestly, I didn't. It was like I said, the movie was fine. I think the beginning could have been shorter. I know what they were trying to set up at the very beginning, like how you need to be appreciative of what you have, like the spell you don't use. Oh no, and the book won't like it. Just poke the book in the eye. Fuck that book. So, and they know, of course, not wanting to read the warning label. Anyway, and then the end where they're trying. Literally, all they did is they just tried to make the witches that everybody likes from the first movie, tried to make them more sympathetic.
Yeah, which I did not.
That's
like.
all it was. That's all
These
it
are
was.
evil witches coming back to kill children. But let's make it so like, oh, the thing that's being taken away is the thing you love the most, and so her sisters disappear. She's like, please help me. No, bitch, you're bad. Bye. Like, I just, it's such a dumb ending. It just is dumb.
I did like how after they did the whole Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. That they were still like sparkly in the background. I said that when I was there. I was like, Mr. Stark,
She
I don't
wasn't
feel
wrong.
so good.
But yeah, why were they sparkly in the back?
I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool that they were still like there, but not like they were just like floating in the air. And I don't care what anybody says. I love the Roombas. That was the best.
That was. I do like the fact that like them getting their new brooms.
But they did that in the last movie.
But
they had to because the girls took them.
You got to do it again, Dan. What are they supposed to do? They're just gonna walk everywhere with their silly ass fucking whoo.
Why does it need to be a plot?
It's that Walgreens thing. It's the Walgreens walk. Angela, if you better get some of your coworkers to do the Walgreens walk.
We don't even sell Roombas.
Do you guys sell brooms?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they can get brooms from the fucking broom aisle.
And Swiffers. That's where she
your
got her
Walgreens
Swiffer.
is fancy. Ours isn't like that. Ours is trash, actually.
It's like that one we found. Where was that? You weren't with us. It's when I went with Dad. That fucking rinky-dink town in the middle of nowhere, and there was a Walgreens on Sunday, and nobody was in it.
Yeah,
it's like two people behind the counter, and nobody was like, "What the fuck's going on in this Walgreens?" It's like the mist.
Sundays are slow.
Like nobody in the store slow.
Yeah.
Zero parking lot
until a certain time of the day. Yeah. Usually it's more more employees than customers. Yeah.
So I did like Sam Richardson's character. I can't remember his name. Gilbert
Godfrey.
Yeah.
And no, I loved him.
I don't like the location of the Sanderson house though. So like his shop is in the Sanderson house, but the way that they located it, it didn't seem like it where it was located in the first movie. Because it seemed like because the Sanderson house, even though in the we're 300 years later, it was still kind of out of the way. It was a house. It was like backed up. It was a house, and you go in there, it's a cool museum. And now it's like on the main street. I'm like, even 30 years later, it's evolved that much.
Yeah.
I don't think so. It was just a weird place. Because at first I'm like, is this the Sanderson house? And I was like, nah, that can't be. The location's wrong. And then when they go in it and they're all like, oh no, what happened to it? And you're like, oh man, it is? It just didn't feel right.
Yeah, it was. I was like, where'd they go? Like, that's not the same house.
I'm upset nobody got turned into a newt, and nobody got better. Cause you look like a witch.
How do you know
she turned me into a newt? What? I got better. Sorry.
How do you know she's a witch?
Cause she looks like one. I want hokey British accents.
But like Tony Hale,
over our shit.
Tony Hale hammed it up
Oh, fuck
so
yeah, he
hard in
did.
this movie, and it's you know, I get the tone of this movie and the tone of Hocus Pocus as a whole. You know, mostly for children, maybe young adults. That's what it was made for. And so I get the humor behind it and what the certain things that they were trying to do, but like Tony Hale's character when he's playing the Reverend in the beginning is like you are not playing a character who is in 1653 right now. You are
Yeah.
playing a dude dressed up as a reverend from 1653 being Tony Hale. Like that's what you're doing. And then like I liked his character better later when he's the mayor because that's him just being more hammy. And
But he got touched by the 8 lakes of sin.
Yeah. But also they don't do anything with him. They're like, we need to get the mayor. And for like 25 minutes, they're talking about getting the mayor. And then they finally find him. And then he like goes in the house and it's like, well, I guess we're just going to take your daughter then. And then he just, there's nothing with him anymore. He just disappears for the rest of this movie.
Wasn't there like, there was like that. They're like, oh, we got to go find the mayor. Oh, now they're somewhere else. Oh, wait.
Oh, in the
now they're somewhere else.
Oh, the dancing people who were possessed or were
the flash mob.
Oh, it's the worst. I like how they joked about it though. They're like, I like how they joked about it though. They're like, oh, these simpletons are so slow. Like, why are they going so slow? I like that, but other than that, I was like, oh god, please. And that really didn't go anywhere either. They located the mayor. The mayor lost his caramel apple, and he was mad. And then he goes home. I don't know. I don't know.
I called it though. I said he was going to get through the line, and there was a sellout.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and like at the beginning of the movie, like what was it, the minister's house, whatever, like catch on fire, the same guy, you know, whatever, preacher, whatever. Like, let's catch his house on fire with this powerful spell. Like, look at this minor inconvenience.
I know.
It's like, what? It's not like the whole house just instantly went up. It's like,
yeah,
got a station.
It just goes up the.
Yeah. It's Satan! Dr. Satan! I'd probably cut the fuck out because we're gay.
It's okay. It's okay. I feel with all this negativity coming mostly from me, people have already stopped listening.
You know why? It's just because you're a bitter ass man.
I do want to say thank you. Thank you. This movie is way better than the Munsters. Rob Zombie's The Munsters. We'll do a little bit of a fresh cut of the Munsters because I saw it and it's not good. It's way too long as well. I think it actually is the same runtime as this movie, and there's no story, and it's just another forget like Netflix and these streaming service movies just pumping out all those forgettable movies. Bring them all the forgettable ones, baby.
Just getting his wife another paycheck.
Oh, I mean she's not a great actress, so he's the only one who's gonna hire her. So gotta make some money somehow.
No, that's why we got all those Resident Evil movies.
No, Jesus. Listen, Mila Jovovich is actually a good actress. She just she was dealt that garbage.
Well, I know. I understand. I'm just saying that's why we got a lot of those Resident Evil movies.
Yes.
Yeah. So this movie was directed by Anne Fletcher, whose other 3 works were Step Up in 2006.
Oh boy.
27 Dresses in 2008. And the 2009 this movie actually liked The Proposal with Ryan Reynolds and Sandra Bullock. That one was actually pretty funny. I like that one. But like I get this is a comedy, so like it's not like she's going at it like she's stepping into a completely different, you know, area. Like the director of Barbarian, he was a comedian and he stepped in and did Barbarian, which is completely not a comedy at all, even though there are some spots where you laugh because people are just so shitty. But you know, like I said, this is not a terrible movie. I'm not going to tell people not to watch it. I think like there are already a lot of people who enjoy this movie, Angela included. Yeah. And that's cool. Like it just wasn't for me. I know it's probably going to play in my house more than I want it to because my children are going to be like, "Oh, it's great," or my son just like it's just how it goes when you have kids.
You could just get rid of them.
I got many years before I can kick them out.
But you were thinking about it.
No comment.
We were talking about that earlier.
Oh,
my eldest was sitting on the couch. I looked at my wife like, "What do you think about just getting rid of him?"
No, you said, would you be mad if I sold her son? I was like, which one?
Like Victor.
I was like, not at all.
And he's
He's like,
right here
"Mom."
next to us.
I was like, I'm just kidding, son.
Why do these
Just-
movies? So let's talk about the teenagers for a second. The main protagonists of this movie. So you have Whitney Peak as Becca. Let me see what she's been in. Is she anything? I feel like I've recognized her.
Mhm.
She was in iZombie, Gossip Girl, shows I don't
Sabrina.
watch.
Oh, she was in Sabrina.
Was she?
The
Oh, she was. The
yeah.
chilling. Yeah, okay.
I thought I recognized her.
Then you have Belissa Escobedo as Izzy. I thought their relationship was good. I liked, and then Cassie coming in later. I hate that they have to put the stupid boyfriend though. Why does
did
it
not
always
like
gotta be
him.
a dumbass boyfriend? Like he's a dumbass.
Like, why is he dumb?
Is this
Why are
the,
they
I
all
was like,
dumb?
this
He's
feels
just-
like
I mean,
the most
men are
90s
dumb,
things
but like,
ever.
come on.
He's like, I didn't call. He's like, I didn't say anything mean. Like,
It was.
dude.
I
didn't
think it was
say
one of
that
those
me-
things where you're trying not like you don't want to always hate that guy, but you're just like, but you do suck, dude. You do suck.
Yeah.
She's in American Horror Stories.
Which one?
American
It's-
Stories.
Yeah,
or
it's
Oh, it's
American
yeah,
Horror Stories.
They're not very good.
something. Well, that doesn't help her any. Quick, under the bus.
I
So
was
Gary,
confused.
I don't like when you get shot. Like there was a shot of I can't remember all their names. I know Winnie is one of them, Sarah and Mary. So Mary, played by Kathy Najimy, she's going by the window and she sees the two guys watching the first fucking Hocus Pocus. And I'm like,
Yes.
why do you do this? It's
She
not
loved it.
it's stupid though. This is a sequel. Like this, like it wasn't a movie in the fucking first place. That is dumb nostalgia. All right, dumb nostalgia. There's good nostalgia and there's dumb nostalgia. That was dumb because it didn't make any sense. I hate when they do that. Give me some glimpses, cameos from other characters from the prior movie. Cool. Don't show me the guys watching Hocus Pocus 1 while Hocus Pocus 2 is playing out. Unless it makes sense. It doesn't. Why am I mad about this? Because it's stupid.
Oh, that was great. I think it's all great. Fantastic.
Yeah, and the only time you ever see the original protagonist is in the flashback where you see Emily Binks getting her life sucked out of her. You see Gary Marshall,
Gotcha,
Penny
bitch.
Marshall playing. I always thought it was funny. We haven't talked about Hocus Pocus 1 on the show, but I always found it funny that Gary Marshall and Penny Marshall, who were brother and sister, played husband and wife in the original Hocus Pocus.
Yes.
That's weird as fuck.
So funny. I mean, they don't
That
kiss
is-
or do anything weird to make it weird. It was just hilarious because they had that great chemistry of just bickering all the time, and it was
Yeah.
good.
Take your Mars bars and get out of here.
Yeah. Overall, just it's a forgettable movie for me. I don't really want to keep going because I feel like it's just like I don't know what else to really talk about. Like the ending was just the ending just didn't hit.
So you didn't like the girl getting powers, though, right?
I
I thought
I
it was
didn't-
the way they did it, like when they're doing the whole dome at the end, and they're like putting
The power of
their
friendship.
yeah,
Heart of the cards.
pretty much.
My grandfather's deck has no bad cards, Kaiba. Swords of Reveal. Blue Eyes White Dragon.
I thought it was generic. Like that's how
yeah.
they all do this white magic.
It was shoehorned in there.
Oh,
Even though
you
they
can't say
kinda make
that.
a hit. White magic?
Fine, just go ahead.
Oh.
Carry on. I'm being an idiot. Just go.
Because they have black magic.
Have to be. Is it?
That's what
do
they call
white
it,
magic?
though. No, but they call it black magic.
Like,
that
ba-
they
like
are.
the bad magic is the black magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's the opposite, which is
Because
good.
great.
Black is the darkness, and then white
because
magic is
that's
the light.
not how it works.
Well, yeah, in Final Fantasy, it's time magic. Use comment.
Shush! Stop it! I'm gonna.
Well, actually, barrier is a white magic spell in the Final Fantasy game. Holy!
Yeah, I mean, I guess I know they hinted at her becoming a witch. Like it was kind of sprinkled in there throughout the movie, but yeah, it's just like,
The
oh, she
stones.
finally has her powers, and you're like, okay.
Like she
I
can
guess we're
actually
getting
like
towards the
use
end
them,
now.
I
and
guess
not because she can use them when she gets scared or whatever. Like the salt in the like you see that in the trailer.
I think it's probably
The salt in the Walgreens where it's bright blue as she's. I'm like, oh, she's doing something with the salt because it's blue.
Oh, I didn't pay attention.
Salt doesn't come out blue.
Like I would have liked it
Lit up.
if the sisters got all their they got their crazy powers, and then they overtake Salem, and they take over, and they become like rulers, and it's just a dark apocalyptic world, and we're still in Hocus Pocus, by the way. That's what I wanted to see. Not we got our powers, and then
Yeah.
oh no, help me get my sisters back. End.
I don't know why, but for some odd reason, when you're explaining them just taking over this whole town, I just like started getting mental images of little Nicky, like when his brothers take over. I was like, why this movie fucking sucks, dude? I hate that show. But no, I like just make it just go one. Like they never really do anything truly horrible.
No,
do they?
They don't do
Outside,
like they do more evil in the first one than they
where
do in
they
this.
Where they suck the
They
rest of
shave slugs.
They kill a girl in the beginning. They kill
They-
they kill a cat. Well, technically, they
Well-
actually technically kill the brother. I mean, they put his soul into the cat, which I mean, I
Yeah.
don't want to be a
and he gets ran over by a car.
I mean, Gilbert pulls off Billy Butcherson's head and runs away with it.
Yeah, but it was like it just felt like such a slapstick moment. It was like watching Abbott Costello, hanging out with Frankenstein, which is
No,
a way
bullshit.
better time.
That's a fucking great movie. I love that.
I know.
damn
That's what I'm
movie.
saying. It's a better
It's
time.
fucking brilliant.
Like even when in the original Hocus Pocus, where Billy's got his fingers out of the manhole and they run over and all his fingers
Yeah.
get lopped off, and you're like, yeah, that's cool. Nothing really happens with Billy other than he hangs out with Gilbert and plays some carnival games, and then gets his head lopped off, and then his dumbass body gets it just when his head comes off and then his body's like, oh, it just reminds me of Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest, that one fucking pirate on the Flying Dutchman who loses his shell head, and he's like, over here, dumbass. I'm over here.
Yeah.
Walk towards my voice. It's literally the same line.
I why did the curse not break when they were dispatched the first time for Billy? What was the excuse?
Because Gilbert said that they are his idols, so he worked with Book to make the remains of the first candle into another candle.
So the candle was the
That's
first
why
she
she lit that second. And it seriously looked like a penis candle. I mean,
It really did. Like when he shows the girls, I was waiting for it. I was waiting for a response. Like, why does that look?
He ordered off Bad Dragon. It's fine.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna get that reference.
The end credit scene. You guys saw it, right?
Fuck no. No, I don't think we did. No.
did we not?
No.
Where the cat like is in the shop and it jumps up onto a shelf and it just says. I couldn't even remember. I think it's another goddamn candle. Like they're trying to set up that there's going to be a third one. And I'm like,
I don't know.
Okay.
It just almost feels like they were trying too hard to, I guess, work it into today's standards where you can't offend anybody.
Yeah.
And they're trying to make it for kids, so there can't be any like death or whatever.
This should have came
That's
out in
such
theaters.
bullshit.
This should have came out in theaters. I think it would have made a pretty good amount of money. I mean, this
Is
is
this
this is one of those legacy movies.
They should have
Nostalgia.
because there's nothing else in fucking theaters right now.
It really isn't.
It's like you're making this for kids that grew up in the 90s. Like,
Yeah. Well, Billy Eichner's mad. No one's going to see Bros in theaters. So
Oh no!
sorry, Billy. We don't want to go see a romantic comedy in theaters.
Listen, it's got nothing to do with the subject matter because I wouldn't
No.
watch one about two girls called hoes either. So,
On
Bros
that
before
note,
hoes.
we have anything else we want
and
to
that'll
say?
be the sequel. That'll be the sequel.
Bros before hoes.
Oh my god, dear, that's brilliant. No,
All
no,
right.
seriously. Like, I wouldn't go see a romantic comedy about that
I know.
bullshit if it wasn't about
I don't
anybody.
want to get too far
care.
into it because I don't want people
care.
to think I'm being a certain way that I'm not. So, I understand people get mad that their movies aren't doing well, and they'll try to use whatever type of excuse or, argument to make it look bad on other people. And it's like, yeah, there are shitty people out there that probably didn't go see your movie because of the subject matter, but we're not going to go too far into that. Do we have anything else to say about Hocus Pocus 2?
Watch it once.
Yeah, watch it. Seriously. I would never tell you not to watch a movie unless it is legit a pile of dog shit. Jurassic World.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
If you've seen the original and you like the original, yeah, you should probably watch the second one. But then you should stop watching that and then go watch An American Werewolf in London.
Oh, that was so good.
One day we'll cover it.
We need to talk about it. There's a lot we didn't talk about in that movie. Oh my God. Anyway, we just watched it yesterday for the first time. The kids weren't here. I was like, let's watch it.
So this episode will be out on Wednesday, and then next week you'll get another fresh cut of just me talking about the movie Smile, which I was going to record earlier before this one, but I said nope. So that'll be out after this. That'll be out on Monday. So make sure when you're listening to this, make sure to check out our new podcast episodes coming out on Friday, where we talked about the 1998 underrated horror flick Phantoms. Dean Koontz's Phantoms.
Yeah,
very
boy.
Excited for everybody to hear that. Make sure to listen to our last episode. We talked about Angela's pick, Killer Clowns from Outer Space from 1988. That was awesome.
That was good too.
So many good shows coming up, everybody. We got a lot of fresh cuts. Like I said, we got this, we got Smile, we got Halloween Ends.
Yeah.
There's other movies coming out that we're going to talk about on Fresh Cuts. So many. But I'm very excited. So we are, that's about it. I don't want to go too far into it. But until next time, I am Brett Parker. That is Dan and Angela of DNA Gaming. And this has been another episode of Dissect That Film's Fresh Cuts. We'll see you all again next time. Goodbye.